Alright guys, EZA Strength LR UI Goku is finally on global and he is pretty much kicking off the pre-content before the 9th anniversary. I do have him rainbowed, I do have him level 10 links. It's as good as it's going to get for him. Unfortunately, only one of the 200% leads I pretty much have. He has loads, but I literally only have 2 leads. And running the Super Saiyan Blues from Resurrection of F, not an option, because they are straight doo-doo. We do actually have kind of the best rotation set up for him right now. He does gain 7% chance to dodge per reps unit attacking in the same turn. So we do have pretty much an 84% chance to dodge this turn. So I am actually going to leave him in slot 1. He does have a benefit from being in slot 1 as well. If he does dodge as the first attacker in a turn, he does also gain 77% attack as well. So hopefully he does dodge that first attack in slot 1 from Cell Max. It's starting with a 502k attack stat, 226k defense. He will also have a couple more reps units you can run with him eventually as well throughout the 9th anniversary. One being pretty much almost a perfect linking partner in, there we go, there's a dodge, there's some build up as well. 13.7 million. So that's linked up with SSBK. That's getting 77% extra attack because he dodged as the first attacker in a turn. There's 2 dodges, by the way. There's 3. 4. There's 4. There's 5. Important one as well, super attack. He only needs to dodge 2 more times. He needs to dodge 7 attacks in total to fully build up his passive. So a very good start. But throughout the anniversary, we are going to get some major reps EZAs. As I said, LR, AGL UI from year 6. SSBE from year 6. Blue Boys are also getting an EZA. So you are going to have some options in terms of those 2 reps units to give him the extra 14% chance to dodge in the same turn. Already have EZA MVP 17, already have EZA SSBK. You're going to have some options, and then eventually, which unfortunately we found out from the Dokkan now, that all of the units we currently don't have on global that are on JP will be coming after the sync happens, which we have no information on how they're going to do it, when they're going to come, which is very annoying. But at some point, of course, we will get the Tanabata LR in Tech UI as another option as well. So Reps is going to be a very viable team after the 9th anniversary, and probably one of the strongest teams once we do get Tech UI as well. So just stay for that. I'm going to pop a Whis though, because we are almost dead. The reason why I am doing this in Cell Max is because I tried to run it in the normal Cell stage from the Red Ribbon Army Red Zone event, but Beast kept stunning early on, which of course you don't want to happen because it means Cell isn't attacking, which means UI Goku doesn't get to dodge, and we were like 4 turns deep and UI hadn't dodged yet. So I decided to just come here where the enemy can't be stunned. UI Goku does raise attack and defense by 30% on 12 key for 1 turn, disables enemy's guard, causes cross damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. 18 key does this pretty much the same thing, but this time by 50% attack and defense, and also raises allies attack by 50% for 1 turn as well. So a lot of benefit from putting the strength UI in slot 1, especially if you do have the 2 reps units with you to give them a total of 84% chance to dodge, which isn't guaranteed, but is very close to being 100%. Like, there's more chance, way more chance he's going to dodge than not, which means the remainder of the rotation can all benefit from that support from his 18 key rather than just the slot 3 unit. He does also start the turn with 177% attack and defense. For 7 turns, he'll have key plus 4 and a 70% chance to dodge, which is very nice with him being in an LR, but also in general, 70% chance to dodge. And then once you get from the 8th turn onward, he will then have a 50% chance to dodge, which isn't too bad, but of course it's no 70. I mean, you can combine that with the 2 reps units, which again is very easy to do during the 9th anniversary if all the EZAs come in. So that will take him back up to a 64% chance to dodge, which is still pretty good. Again, it should happen more often than not. But still, how often in difficult content you're getting towards 1.16. So how many times did we dodge? 5. So we need to dodge 2 more times. So 2 more times, he's already up to 1.16 million attack stat. 431k defense with a 70% chance to dodge. In total, right now, 77 if you want to include the extra 7% from SSBK being there. 17.3 already. 17.3 already. But with the content that is coming to global, with the content we do already have on global, how often realistically, 1 more dodge, Okay, there's no more attacks, but one more dodge and he's fully built up. Realistically, how often are you getting to turn 8, let alone exceeding turn 8? There may be a handful of times when it comes to category missions, even with the new event coming, which is basically Superclass Red Zone. They did actually change the name for Global. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Supreme Miraculous Battles or something like that. Not as good as the JP version, not that they're the best names anyway, but even so, how often are you going to be getting to, like, as I said, exceeding turn 8? Maybe a handful of times, but even then. So imagine Goku appears on turn 1. The next time he appears, he's going to appear once. If you ever get past turn 8, more than likely you're going to get to like turn 10 or something. And that will probably be the final turn of the whole event, the final turn of the whole stage. Which means you'll see him for one turn with a 50% chance to dodge. Maybe a little bit more if you do have the reps units on the rotation as well. But you'll see him for one turn. About 70% chance to dodge, which is typically going to be the turn where you're finishing the stage. When you think about the teams this guy goes on, when you think about the units that surround UI Goku, they're too good, they hit too hard, they're way too strong for you to pretty much get that far. And even if you do, which might happen every now and then, you might tick over past turn 8. It's, as I said, more than likely going to be the turn you end up beating the stage anyway, which Goku might not even be the rotation. It might be, do you know what I mean? It might be the rotation he's not on. So you don't even get to see it. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Unless you're in like a stage or maybe a category mission where it is dragging a bit. But as I said, when you think about the units that are going to be around Strength UI, probably not going to happen. He then also gets an extra additional 77% defense starting from the turn in which the character evades an attack, which pretty much happens. So even if you put him in slot 1, 2, or 3, as soon as he dodges, 77% defense is going to be added on, which is very nice when you can couple that with him getting 50% attack and defense on 18 key. If you have any dupes at him, that's an extra 30% on 12 key. And then potentially any support surrounding him as well. Not only that as well, he will then, as we already mentioned, which is a major part of his kit even before EZAing, he needs to dodge to build up, where he'll gain an additional key +1 up to 7, attack and defense, and crit chance +11 up to 77% with each attack evaded, which again we've pretty much almost done. He only has to dodge one more time. So him being in slot 1 right now is the best chance we're going to see him fully built up before Cell Max dies, which should happen, right? He should be dodging. There we go. He's fully built up already. And he even dodged the super attack. Can't complain about that. 19 million attacks. That, bear in mind, he doesn't have legendary power currently active. So if he did, again, eventually when year 6 AGL UI gets his EZA during the 9th anniversary, you're looking at just over 20 mil on the attack stat, which is sick. Unfortunately, I think my build in him, I had this build way before, of course, his EZA became a thing. So I think he's pretty much got full crit, because I haven't seen him additional once. I think it's full crit, but from what I've seen there, his EZA is very good. And him being all about the dodge, he's a very fun unit to use. His defense is in an okay spot, don't get me wrong. It's not in the 1 million plus range, which a lot of units need. But then he does have all of the dodge chance he does have, along with potential extra dodge with reps units with solid defense. So it works out. It works out very well, especially with that extra 77% defense as well when he does dodge. Yeah, he's got 20 crit. So I am going to have to give him some additionals through skill orbs, because I do want him to get extra attack and defense from the 12 key, more so defense. But the crit is going to be nice when you're doing like 19, 20 million attack stats. It does mean he'll do a ton of damage. The EZA is very good. He's very, very good. And again, he will have an even better partner once the year 6 AGL UI does EZA. They will almost link perfectly, and you'll just pretty much be dodging everything. Do you know what I mean? But a very good EZA, the first EZA and major bit of content to kind of kick off the 9th anniversary. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I will be trying him out against like Kid Buu, Fusion Red Zone, Zamasu, to see how he does there. Then eventually in the new content we do get during the 9th anniversary. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and push.